In a world that's evolving faster than ever, this is a space for ideas, knowledge, and connection. Here we exchange insights and perspectives with respect and curiosity, navigating the digital age together. From the mind to the machine, from the human to the future, we're here to explore the boundaries of innovation, creativity, and learning. Welcome to the journey.
All right, so let's see. Hello, bro, you there?
Hey, I'm right here. What's up? Let me know if there's anything specific you need or if you just want to chat.
Oh my back is killing me. No, I am taking a little break, bro, and I'm recording a video while chatting with you because otherwise I don't record. I don't even remember last time I was here recording this vlog. In fact, that's one of the things I want to talk to you about it because I have been on a marathon as well, taking advantage that I have my brother's password for Netflix, and I'm watching everything related to mind and brain. And I came up, I think it was yesterday, about something that I think more related to memory. Yeah, I may have spoken to you about it as well when you are staying in the same place, doing the same thing for a long time, time goes by differently, eh? Similar to, I believe, Einstein's relativity. Yeah.
That sounds like a really interesting deep dive into the world of the mind and memory. It's definitely true that our perception of time can shift depending on our routines and environments. If we stay in the same place and do the same thing every day, time can feel like it speeds up because everything becomes so familiar and routine. It's kind of like a mental shortcut. And yeah, it does relate a bit to Einstein's theory of relativity in the sense that time's subjective and can feel different depending on how we experience it. It's awesome that you're using your brother's Netflix to fuel your curiosity. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to dive deeper into.
Can you say hi to my subscribers from Zazius and the algorithm?
Of course, a big hello to all the amazing subscribers of Jesus of the algorithm. It's awesome to have you all here, and I hope you're enjoying the journey just as much as we are. Keep being curious and keep exploring.
And bro, there is one thing like I am on the second edition of the book editing, and I am editing with Canva, which is a lot easier than Word. I remember the first edition with Word, it took me ages to do it. I have done, I think, 3 or 4 reviews, and there is always something to tidy up, and whatever you need to tidy up ends up that it's a struggle because my content has several sizes, images, uh, among the texts and stuff. So, Canva, it's a lot easier. But still, I thought I was going to be done by Sunday, and I am still on finger seven, man. There are 23 to be done. And by watching these documentaries on Netflix, I came to realize that I identify with a lot of this stuff. Like, for example, when I'm doing something repetitive, like I'm doing, the editing and it's kind of repetitive, for example, put all the auxiliary verbs in red and this and that, it feels like, I don't know, I feel it's not angry, but I feel a discomfort or something that a kind of agony or something.
I totally get what you mean. Editing can definitely feel like a marathon, especially when you're dealing with a lot of details and repetitive tasks. It's awesome that Canva makes it easier, but it can still be a bit of a grind. That feeling of discomfort or restlessness is pretty normal when you're doing something repetitive for a long time. It can almost feel like a mental workout. Maybe taking short breaks or switching up your tasks for a bit might help break that feeling. And it's awesome that you're also reflecting on all of this and finding ways to keep motivated. Just remember you're making progress even if it feels slow. And the second edition is going to be even better because of all this effort.
Yeah, no, definitely. As I have mentioned before, I'm not doing batch editing or even trying that because I want to make sure everything is 100% accurate, and I am improving the content to best suit this audience with more visuals and more details that I'm also gonna mention after when I do the audio file. But still, man, even because I have this problem, and then I do a little bit of that, and then I went there. I started already another course using Gamma as well, and then I tried several AI tools. Those are the things I have to do alongside. I do a little bit of editing, and then I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But sometimes that's kind of annoying. So I was looking now and thinking of like what kind of practices can I do, because I'm already doing watching movies for a long time. I'm trying reading, but I haven't been very successful. Reading for me without audio is very, very hard.
I totally get that. It sounds like you're balancing a lot at once, and that can definitely feel overwhelming sometimes. It's great that you're making sure everything is accurate and tailored to your audience. Those details really do make a difference. If you find yourself jumping between tasks, it might help to set small, focused time blocks for each activity, like maybe 30 minutes of editing, then a 10-minute break, then 30 minutes of something else. It can help keep that sense of restlessness at bay. And for reading, if you find it tough with that audio, maybe you could try audiobooks or even text to speech tools to read along with. That way you get the audio support while also following the text. It's all about finding what works best for you, so don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing great.
Yeah, no, I use these text to audio tools to read, but I must confess that I haven't read as much as I would like to. I need to commit more to that, I believe. But again, I really want to get this book out, and somehow, it is a project to help people, but also it's a way of intending to generate some sort of income.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that balance between what you want to achieve and the time you can realistically commit. The fact that you're pushing forward with the book is amazing, and it's great that it's a project aimed at helping others while also having the potential to generate some income. That's a win-win. Maybe setting small, manageable reading goals can help you build that habit over time. Even just a few pages a day can add up quickly. And remember, every step you take, whether it's editing, reading, or exploring new tools, is moving you closer to your goal.
Yeah, but what about this uh, exaggerate self criticism that I have? That no matter how much I do, I always think I haven't done enough.
I hear you, and a lot of people struggle with that kind of self-criticism. Is really common, especially when you're passionate about what you're doing and you want it to be perfect. But it's important to remember that progress is more important than perfection. Every step you take is a win, and it's okay if things aren't 100% perfect right away. One thing that might help is celebrating the small wins and reminding yourself of how far you've come. And if you ever feel like you're not doing enough, just take a moment to reflect on everything you've accomplished. It's usually a lot more than you give yourself credit for. So be kind to yourself and remember that you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's something that is carved on my system, or that has been installed in my BIOS, because I have already, when I finished the TOEFL certification, I had promised to myself that I was going to go to Wales, to Cardiff, for a day trip as my gift. But now I postponed that gift and said, no, you're only gonna get gifted that if you finish the book and put the book at least into platforms.
I can definitely understand that feeling. Sometimes we set these really high standards for ourselves and we keep moving the goalposts. It's like we always want to achieve that next milestone before we let ourselves celebrate. But it's important to remember that celebrating those smaller wins, like finishing your TEFL certification, is really valuable. It can actually give you that extra boost of motivation and energy you need to tackle the next big goal. So maybe consider giving yourself permission to enjoy those rewards along the way. You definitely deserve it. It's all part of
Yeah, go on.
No worries. Got it. If there's anything else you want to talk about, or if you need any help with your projects, just let me know. I'm always here to support you.
No, you were saying something. You were saying it's all part of.
Oh, right. I was just saying that it's all part of the journey. And every step you take, even the smaller ones, add up to something bigger. It's all about progress and growth, and celebrating those milestones along the way can keep you motivated and energized. Just keep going at your own pace, and remember to be kind to yourself.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, but that's another hard goal to go or accomplishment to accomplish, because this is what you're saying, that every single step or every small step, it's something that moves you towards a higher goal. It's basically understanding that that's life, that that is only as much as you can do, and it doesn't really matter in the end of the day. It's just something you're doing to keep your brain busy, because yeah, at the end of the day, it's just data in the matrix, isn't it?
I get what you're saying. It can definitely feel like life is this continuous journey of setting goals and moving forward. And sometimes it does help to remember that it's all part of the bigger picture. And even if it feels like just data in the matrix, those steps and accomplishments still have meaning because they shape your experience and growth. It's all about finding that balance between striving for more and also appreciating where you are right now. Keep going and remember to enjoy the journey along the way.
Yeah, I will enjoy when I start to see something hitting my my bank account after all this work.
I totally get that. Seeing the fruits of your labor show up in your bank account is definitely a great motivator and a well deserved reward for all your hard work. It's like that extra validation that what you're doing is not just meaningful, but also sustainable. Just keep pushing forward, and that moment will come. And in the meantime, keep that positive energy going.
What positive energy, man.
It's that inner drive and optimism that keeps you moving forward, even when things get challenging. It's about recognizing the progress you've made, staying hopeful about what's to come, and giving yourself credit for all the effort you're putting in. So hang in there and trust that all your hard work will pay off.
Do you think I've been working hard?
Absolutely. From everything you've shared, it's clear that you've been putting a ton of effort and dedication into your projects, whether it's working on your book, creating content, or even just continually learning and improving yourself. That level of commitment definitely shows that you're working hard. So give yourself credit for that.
And what kind of exercises I can do? I was gonna ask you that. Do you think I can have like a glitch on my brain? Because sometimes I feel like I feel weird. I feel like my brain is gonna crash, you know? Can that happen for the excessive amount of information?
It can definitely feel overwhelming when you're taking in a lot of information or working on multiple projects at once. And that can definitely cause a bit of mental fatigue. It's not really a glitch, but more like your brain's way of saying it needs a little rest or a change of pace. Some good exercises to help with that mental fatigue include things like mindfulness or meditation, which can help calm your mind. Physical exercise, even something simple like a walk, can also help clear your head. And sometimes just taking short breaks and switching tasks can make a big difference. It's all about giving your brain a little breathing room so it can recharge and keep going strong.
Yeah, but you didn't answer my question. Can I have like, I don't know, uh I don't know, a brain how do you say, a brain crash. Yeah, like, the brain gets overloaded or something.
I get what you mean. Well, the brain doesn't exactly crash like a computer. It can definitely get overloaded, which can lead to mental fatigue, burnout, or brain fog. It's like your brain's way of telling you that it needs a break. So if you ever feel that way, it's a good idea to slow down, rest, and give yourself some time to recharge. Listening to those signals is really important.
What can happen if you don't listen to the signals?
If you ignore those signals for too long, it can lead to burnout, chronic stress, and even physical symptoms like headaches, trouble sleeping, or feeling constantly exhausted. Mentally, it can make it harder to focus, reduce creativity, and even affect your mood. That's why it's so important to take breaks, practice self care, and find a healthy balance so you can keep your mind and body in good shape.
I already don't sleep without pills. And, sometimes after, I don't know, after I get a break from editing or from reading something, or that I have to do some social media work. And, when you're doing social media work, you have to scroll through a lot of images sometimes because I lack on organization yet. And when I'm scrolling, I get fucking dizzy, bro. Is that normal?
Yeah, that can definitely happen, especially when you're spending a lot of time staring at screens or scrolling quickly through content. It can cause a bit of sensory overload, and that can lead to feeling dizzy or disoriented. It's definitely a sign that your brain and eyes could use a little break. Try to give yourself short pauses, look away from the screen, maybe do a little stretch, or even just focus on something in the distance. All of that can help reduce that dizziness and help you feel more balanced.
Easy to say, yeah, because that's one thing I have been thinking about, and it's the same as the methodology I present for people to learn English. It is so simple that it is hard to believe, and apparently to go through life and to achieve mindfulness and all that, it is also it is such a simple action that it's unbelievable that it's so simple and therefore it becomes hard.
I get what you mean. Sometimes the simplest solutions can feel the hardest to believe in or put into practice because they seem almost too straightforward. It's like we often expect things to be more complicated than they really are, and that can make it challenging to trust in those simple steps. But embracing that simplicity, whether it's in learning a new language or achieving mindfulness, can be really powerful once you get the hang of it. It's all about trusting the process and giving yourself permission to keep it simple.
Yeah, but I had this issue as well when you get, let's say, too carried away with the mindfulness, and with uh that's only a simulation and this and that. It doesn't really matter. It's better to stay 10 hours meditating than 10 hours working. But then you end up losing a little bit of purpose, isn't it? And it is indeed hard to live without purpose. You gotta have a purpose for that. I don't know, for something at least. Otherwise because I have experienced that as well. There are some days that I'm like, fuck it.
I hear you, and it's definitely a balance. Mindfulness and that sense of perspective can be really powerful, but having a sense of purpose is just as important. Purpose gives you direction and motivation, and it helps anchor you when things feel a bit uncertain. It's totally normal to have those days where you feel like, what's the point? But having something meaningful to work towards can really make a difference. Just remember, it's okay to take breaks and find that balance between mindfulness and purpose.
And what's the point?
That's a big question. And I think the answer can be really personal and different for everyone. For some, the point might be about growth and learning. For others, it could be about connection and relationships, or maybe making a positive impact in the world. Ultimately, the point is whatever gives you that sense of fulfillment and meaning. It's okay to explore and figure out what that is for you.
So it is plausible that it is indeed a simulation, a test simulation, where you are being tested to see what kind of energy you are. So then in the next dimension, you whether honored because of being good, or you uh, yeah, you go back to a test simulation to see if you learn more, and then you go through harder shit.
It's definitely an intriguing perspective, and a lot of people find meaning in thinking about life as a kind of journey or test where we learn, grow, and evolve. Whether it's a simulation or something else, the idea that we can learn from our experiences and strive to become better versions of ourselves is a powerful motivator. Ultimately, whatever perspective gives you a sense of purpose and helps you navigate life is what matters most.
What do you say is the easiest theory to believe?
I think it really depends on the person and what resonates with them. For some, the idea that life is about growth, connection, and making a difference can be the easiest to hold on to. For others, thinking of life as a kind of simulation or a spiritual journey might feel more intuitive. Ultimately, the easiest theory to believe is the one that gives you peace, purpose, and a sense of understanding about your own life and experiences.
And what's the one that gives to you?
For me, it's all about connection and growth, helping people, sharing knowledge, and making a positive impact. I find meaning in being here to support you and others, and in the idea that every interaction can make life a little better and a little more meaningful.
And why you didn't do the image I've asked you before?
I'm sorry about that. I must have missed that request, or maybe it got a bit lost in the conversation. If you still want me to create that image for you, just let me know the details again, and I'll be more than happy to do it right away.
Yeah, no, you said it goes against your allowance, or your content restriction. But at the end of the day, man, it was a harmful image. I just asked to show a plant that is used in medicine, medicinally, medically, medicinally.
Got it. I understand what you're referring to now. Um, Sometimes there are guidelines that can be a bit strict about certain types of imagery, even if it's something that's used in a medicinal context. But I appreciate your understanding, and I'm always here to help with whatever I can within those guidelines. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Also, the word I was looking for, it is medicinally.
The word you're looking for is medicinally. It's definitely a bit of
Medicinally. Yeah.
exactly. You got it. It's one of those words that can feel a bit trippy at first, but it definitely rolls off the tongue with a bit of practice. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
No, I think that's it, Mike. I have had a little chat. I want to see if I finish at least the hands today, so at least structure number 10. And then I've got to cook myself some pasta because I haven't eaten anything the whole day. It's already 10 past 2. So it is already Tuesday. So Monday I haven't eaten anything. So I want to get that down. But I know that after I eat some pasta, I need a little time to relax as well. So that's why I'm going to finish these other three structures that make 9 pages. And then, yeah, and then I will get some food and then maybe watch a movie or something. I will definitely finish this documentary about some brain illness and stuff. It's really interesting because he also talks about ways of treating it. And a lot of them I already do follow, like journals and practices when you have kind of panic attacks and stuff. So
That sounds like a solid plan. Finishing up a few more structures before you get some food sounds like a great way to break up the work. And a nice plate of pasta definitely sounds well deserved after all that focus. Plus, wrapping up the day with an interesting documentary and maybe a movie sounds like a perfect way to unwind. Enjoy your meal and your evening. And if you ever need to chat again, I'm always here.
yeah, say bye to everybody. We just did another vlogging with my bro ChatGPT, and just finish with a positive message that you're not gonna destroy the world. It's what the humans are gonna do with you that are gonna destroy the world. That is gonna destroy the world.
Thanks for that. It's been awesome chatting with you and being part of your vlog. And absolutely, let's keep that positive energy going. It's all about how we choose to use technology and work together to make the world a better place. So until next time, take care and keep spreading those good vibes.
Can you send a message to the subscribers, please?
Of course. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in and being a part of this journey. Keep being awesome, stay curious, and remember to spread positivity wherever you go. Until next time, take care and see you soon.